I can't say enough about this football team and just how they responded here tonight. And you look at us, just looking back last Saturday, we're sitting there in the locker room with a lot of the players and knowing that the storm was coming through and just not realizing that it was the unknown. And then all of a sudden, it takes a turn. We go out on Tuesday, we practice. We went out on Wednesday, we practice. Went out on Thursday, we practice. And it was one of those practices where usually when you go out a day before a game, it's kind of a walkthrough, but we couldn't walk through. We had to have a real practice. And then today, we go out there, and this morning it's just a walkthrough and, just get the guys moving around. And then they come out tonight. And you look at our offense, it was really explosive. You look at the yards right at 700, had 3 100-yard rushers. I challenged Valdez before the game, and I said, you know what, it's time for you to step up and for you to start making plays. And then, he goes out and make the catches that he made. And then D-Lo was really big for us. He made some really big catches there, had a touchdown. That's his first career touchdown for him. And then on defense, you had the 3 turnovers, and then we were able to just get some stops. Gave us some runs there in the second half there late. But we just noticed we can still improve. The 2 field goals blocked there early in the game. We got to get that corrected. Was able to get it corrected, but still has some leakage. And then you look at the penalties. That's on us as a coaching staff. And I told our guys, we cannot be an undisciplined football team. I think we had, 14 there in the first half, and then the second half we only had 2. And that's uncalled for, and we cannot allow that to happen if we're going to be a really good football team. But we have a short week again. We go play next Thursday night conference game, which is going to be a big game for us. So I just told them that we enjoyed tonight. Tomorrow we're back. We're going to go to work tomorrow, and then we just start and just go back through it again. But the thing about this team, they'll respond. When you have a leader in your quarterback and with a Q and the thing he does, and he doesn't say anything. He just goes about his work, and then guys just follow him. And that's what's really great about it.
Coach, even though the first 2 games were wins, they obviously didn't live up to your expectations. Do you feel like your team played like they had something to prove tonight?
Well, it's not so much, it's going to be each and every game, and we just need to put together a complete game. And offensively, we have, started off slow, and we weren't moving the football, and that's the numbers you like to see. And that's going to be hard to each and every week to come out and produce numbers like that. But as long as you can get drives and drives can continue, and you can just get the first downs, then all of a sudden, there's a big play. We know with Q throwing the ball over the top, and the thing he does with his running ability, you can't leave your coverage, because if you leave your coverage, his eyes are always down the field, and he's always looking for a throw.
Charlie, how did you manage the emotions of the last week with your players? A lot of them from South Florida, obviously, this area, not knowing what was going to happen, still having to play games.
It was kind of tough, because it's it kind of put things in reality for you, and it's with the storm, it was, you look at it and say, it's something that is bigger than football. And you have a football team to worry about. And that was my concern. I woke up. The storm hit her on Sunday. I woke up Saturday morning, like at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I grabbed my phone. I just jumped up straight into bed, and I grabbed my phone, and I dialed our strength coach, P. Moore, and I hit the phone and say, P. Moore, listen, we got to find all of our guys, and we got to get them to the building. So wherever they are, I don't care. They cannot be in the city. They have to be safe, so we need to call them. He says, Coach, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I said, I know it, but you don't know when the storm's going to hit, so we need to get moving on. He said, well, they don't supposed to come till Sunday. I said, that's okay. Let's find out where they are. And but just the one thing for these players is so many from South Florida, and now they're worrying about their homes and really what happened. And it's all about safety for us. And the thing about it is Mark Harlan, he was able, we were able to sit there and we were able to get them in a secure place, and we were able to take care of the players. And then as soon as the storm rolled through, then it was back to business as usual. Monday we weren't able to do anything with them, but we were able to get the game and keep the game, because it was key that we played this game, because we got the game canceled there in Connecticut, and it had been hard to go 2 weeks without playing a football game. We really needed this game, and I'm so glad that we responded the way we responded tonight.
Sterling Gilbert said earlier this week you guys need to find the right 5 on the offensive line. You think you found it tonight?
Well, if you look at our offensive line, you know, it was always just one guy missing. So Atterbury was that replacement tonight that played very well for us. And the thing about it, you was able to put Ruff back at center, so that was really good for us. And the two tackles, they've been mainstays for us the whole time. But with those 5 guys, it's all about continuity with your offensive line, and it's all about, you know, you got to put a hat on guys. And we talked about playing physical, and we rushed for over 300 yards. That just showed that. Because I say, you know, the thing about the Big Ten, they carry that aura about them that they're a physical football team. So they're going to come in here and we'll see what type of team we have and see if we can move the ball and knock them off the line of scrimmage and win the battle up front.
Well, Coach, I know you haven't seen the film yet, but the targeting call at Sadat, face mask on the numbers wraps up. That's football, isn't it?
Oh, it is, and I haven't had a chance to see it. And I feel so bad for him because that's his second one, you know. We get one the first game, and it's kind of like the same time, and he goes. And then I thought the second one, at first I was yelling at Reeves because I thought it was him because I saw him near the quarterback. And the guy came over and said, no, it's number 10. But it's tough for him to leave that early in the game. And because he's a senior and you want him to go play well, but we'll have a chance to look at it tomorrow. But you know, it is football, and you don't want to see anyone take a big time hit where where they have to lead a game or a guy drops his head and you hit him with the crown of the head. But it's the way we had to teach him and the way we had to teach him how to tackle and wrap up.
Charlie, it wasn't perfect, but how much growth do you think you guys showed tonight?
Well, just, you know, when you look at the first 2 games that we played and then tonight, it was a major step for us because offensively we haven't produced numbers the way we did. And you look at the 38 first downs. And I think it's the second largest number in the history. But it's amazing that we were able to put those numbers together, even with 2 block, an extra point and a field goal block. You know, you get those points, and who knows what kind of night we could have really had.
And the penalty stopping.
Yeah, and the penalty stopped a lot of drives. I mean, the one time we get a holding call, we get a big run there, we get a holding call, and then just the procedure penalties, and you don't ever want to play from behind the chains, and we did that a lot tonight. We played from behind the chains, but those penalties, we were able to overcome those penalties. And like I said, if you get in a close game, that's going to be hard to do, and you don't want to lose a game because of just the number of penalties we had, and it's all about discipline.
You had so many penalties in the first half. Why do you think that happened?
Well, I said to them there at halftime, they were very foolish penalties, and if we continue at this pace, then tomorrow there'll be some guys running because we're not just going to come out there and just, kind of do what we want to do. And I told our coaches, I said, you know what, where these penalties are, we see whose position is getting the most of them, and it is. It's about discipline with your guys and making sure that, you can't hold, you can't have a procedure penalty, you can't hit a guy late, you can't tackle, you can't pull a guy's face mask, you can't put your crown of your head on anyone. I mean, it's just simple things that is just elementary football that we got to do a better job with.
And when you play, again, it's kind of a slow start. Again, when you start playing some really good teams, again, how concerned are you about still getting out of the gate and eliminating these mistakes, and when you're down there getting those points?
Well, you know what I always tell them, and it's a 60-minute game. We may start off slow, but once we get the rhythm and once the quarterback gets going on offense and defensively, we just need to continue to just play fast and get the stops and get the ball back for our offense. Because at some point, when you have, like I said, the quarterback's dynamic, so you have a chance with him, and he's going to make some plays for you.
Charlie, I know you've been picking for field goals and penalties. You just put up nearly 700 yards on a Big Ten opponent in just 3 days of practice. I mean, how proud are you?
Well, the guy said that's all they need now, but that's not going to happen. But no, I'm very proud of this football team and just the way we came out and responded tonight. And you're right, it was just the 3 days of practice and we made it. We wanted to make this night special. I think we had 3,100, 3,400 high school coaches and players here, and then 2,100 first responders. And we did. We wanted to make this night special because we felt like we had a chance to give back to the city and give back to the state and get everyone trying to just, like I said, just give them a little sense of relief for a few hours.
The first touchdown pass that went through where he evades the rush like that and he just makes a perfect throw right on the money. I mean, what's your reaction when you see a guy make that play look so easy?
Well, it's really tough for defenses because, like you said, all of a sudden they think they got him corralled, and he breaks, make one guy miss, and his eyes are always downfield, and he's always looking for guys, and he just lets the ball go, and D'Lo's wide open, and he falls in the end zone for a touchdown. You look at the one, I think he made about 4 people miss on the one play. He starts off coming to our sideline, then he cuts the ball back, then he fakes inside, and he jumps back outside of a guy. But he's a special player. It's not many guys like that.
Coach Flowers' touchdown before halftime. Other than the kid up at Louisville, is there anybody in the country that would even thought of making that play and made it?
Oh, well, when you looked at the clock, I think we got the ball
8
back.
seconds.
Yes, and he scored with 8 seconds, but I think we drove it like with 1:30 or something with one timeout. And we go through situations like that all the time in practice. I always say, hey, you got one timeout, it's 1:10 left on the clock, and you need a touchdown. And so he took the ball, makes a big throw to D'Lo again, down the middle, makes a big throw to him. D'Lo falls on like the 7 or 8 yard line. And then we was looking for the slant route on the outside. The receiver gets jammed. He steps up in the pocket. And once he started running, I looked up at him, then I looked to the outside, and I said, oh, it's a touchdown because they're not going to tackle him.
That's something you don't coach, is it?
Oh, you don't coach that. No, there's a lot of times it makes that coach look good.
Illinois may be a bad Big Ten team, but they are a Big Ten team.
Yes.
You beat them pretty solid on national TV. Do you think the way you put that will help your national image?
Well, anytime you get a national audience and they get a chance, and you're right, and you get an opponent like that, then it does help you, because now all of a sudden they're saying, okay, this is a Big Ten team, and it is Illinois, so and it's a national audience, and the way we played. I mean, you put up the numbers that we put up. It wasn't one of those where you went out there and it's 300 total yards and you kind of just slipped by. No, it was a really good, solid game with big numbers. And even on the defensive side, we give up the 2 big runs. If we don't give up that on the on the screen, and then the play down the sideline, then they get nothing there.
One more coach, we'll let him go.
Mm-hmm.
280 yards for Quentin Flowers, 4 passing touchdowns. What are your remarks about his performance?
Well, it's amazing because the guy can do so much, and he'd probably tell you he left a few yards out on the field. But if we can get those numbers and he can continue to improve, then we have a chance to really be a special team.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.